Hello guys. Well, a lot of people asked me to showcase the support build that I use uh, for this league. So I'm gonna start with the tree. Tree is pretty simple. You pad through the middle to get to like all the support nodes, which is all the aura nodes plus HP, and then you get the curse nodes, more HP, some jewels. Jewels are not that good. It's pretty much only 7% life per jewels. You can also get faster yes regen, which is good, and you can also get power speed, which is also good. Then get EE. You can, if you run with someone that is crit base, you can run conduit with Ramiro's and get a curse neck. That's a good method to do it too. You can also use Drink Eye, which I should be using, but I'm not using right now. Um, Then you get skill effect duration for Vaal Ace. Only this node is enough to keep Vaal Ace pretty much 100% uptime. More curse, more HP, some evasion, because you need evasion percent to scale up your grace. And then you have HP, some resist, and charisma. So that's pretty much it. Uh, yeah, I get some yes. Yes. And that's pretty much it. So now, what I use for auras, depending on who I play with, it's gonna change. But if you play with a cycloner, which is like 50% of the current league, like what people are playing, you pretty much only use Hatred Haste with Generosity in there, like this. Then you just use it, and then it's fine. If you have double level 3 Enlighten, you can actually add discipline to your build. Like you can run Ace, Hatred, Grace plus discipline, which is enough to, like with the double level 3 Enlighten, you have enough to run it run discipline. Only if you use the jewel that reduce mana reserve. So you're gonna have to drop like a 7% life jewel for reduced mana reserve for to run discipline, which isn't like 100% worth it. So when you don't have like good gear to have like at least say 8 to 9k effective life, you kind of want to run discipline, so you're safer. And then when you feel that you're like safe enough, you can drop discipline and run like Haste instead of discipline. So I'm also using faster attacks Whirling Blade with Fortify, which is my way to catch up pretty much the person I'm playing with, because I'm using Generosity Haste, which makes it really hard for me to catch up people. Right now I'm gonna use Discipline. I need more mana. Just to show you how you can make this build tanky. Well, I could make it more tanky with like Energy and Charge, but I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I'm using Rallying Cry to give damage. You can use both Rallying Cry and Answering Cry, because your Rallying Cry has a like 15-second duration, so use Rallying Cry, then use Answering Cry, which is pretty good. I'm using double Dodres. You can drop one Dodres if you have a +1 curse neck, which shouldn't be that hard to get, but the stats on it won't be that good. My shield is fine. My AS, I'm using a 6 link, which makes me able to run a quad curse. If you have a 5 link, you're gonna have to either quad curse with one manual curse, or you just triple curse. If you run with a cycloner, you just drop words mark and then you put it there. It's enfeeble, curse on it, and a weakness with actually I'm not using did I I don't know what I did with it, but oh, there it is. So if I run with a Cyclone, I just use this Shock Nova, vuln, Poacher's Mark, Enfeeble, Elemental Weakness, Crystal Knit. That's my 6 link. Why Poacher's Mark? Because I actually switched to Temp Chain on bosses, and Poacher's Mark is pretty much the only good green gem. So it makes it gives him like it gives the Cycloner frenzy charges. Well, most Cycloner are gonna run Blood Rage like solo, but if they're with you, they can gain pretty much 4% regen. Just by dropping Blood Rage, because you're gonna give him frenzy charge with Poacher's Mark. It also gives life on it, which is not too bad. So that's pretty much it for the links and the curses. Also, you can, like, instead of hatred, you run anger if you run with a caster. Well, you run rat if you're running with a like lightning caster, but every other caster is anger. Then Vaal with increased duration. It's not linked right now correctly because I used these boots for another character, and my chest is also not linked correctly because I use it for another character. So we're gonna go with that and just show, I guess, how tanky the build is, like in those 2 maps, I guess. Right now I'm using Shock Nova, but like Shock Nova is a faster way to curse pretty much. So, oh, I don't have a Quicksilver right now, so I'm just gonna Whirling Blade. So you pretty much just jump into a pack, then you can curse them, and like you can see, well, this is a low level map, but when they curse, they won't do too much damage to you. You can pretty much face tank, and then when you run around, it's pretty hard for you to get hit because of evasion and enfeeble. So during that time, your ES pretty much regen. So you can just pull like a bigger pack, I guess. And you just pop a granite, and you're just like standing there pretty much for a pretty long time. And then when you drop your ES, you can use your HP pots. So that's pretty simple. So yeah. And well, yeah, like you can see, like Shock Nova is a real fast way to curse. It's like a big AoE around you. You just jump in, curse, then you continue like that. So if you want to run super fast like a map, Shock Nova is better. But if you're not, like, if you think you're not safe into like jumping into a pack like this, then you just use ball lining. It's like a safer option. I was using ball lining when I was doing like 80 plus maps. Other than that, I was using Shock Nova. It's faster cursing. That's pretty much it. You just go in, curse the boss. Even the bosses won't do anything to me. Just stand there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, then you just use the volleys. Try to keep it up 100% of the time. You also have Flesh Offering for something like Necro Vigil or some DD boxes, or if you want to make it more safe, it can give you some more clear speed and makes things more safe. Did I forget something? I covered the different curses. Oh yeah, you should also use Cast Winston and Enfeeble, because I actually wasn't using it, but I should have. Why Cast Winston compared to Cast when damage taken? It's only because you can actually run a high level Enfeeble, so you can run at 2020 Enfeeble with Cast Winston. It's not 100% of the time, but most of the time when you're like you get low is when you get perma-stunned by monster and you can't go and curse him. So with cast when stun enfeeble, you can also run a cast when stun and enfeeble Temp Chain if you want to really be safe, but you don't really need it. So you run a cast when stun enfeeble. It won't over curse, like it won't drop your other curse because, well, you're quite cursed, and if you just put enfeeble on top of it, it just refreshes the duration of the enfeeble. So yeah, that's a really good setup to put in your gear. Uh, yeah, you also on 10, like the really important gem you want quality is enfeeble because it reduces the accuracy of monsters. Like you can see, it's like 50% reduced accuracy. With curse effectiveness, you have like I don't know, I think you have like 40% or 50%. So you reduce about like 70% of the monster accuracy. Then you have grace. With grace, I have like 11k evasion, well 10.6, which is decent, I guess. So with that, monster like will barely hit you, but yeah. When you're doing like a crazy map like 80 plus with like triple damage mod, when you can't, like, you almost get insta kill if you don't have enfeeble the monster. So if you have curse cast when stun, you actually like it can actually save you because like once I was turning a corner and then my cycloner was already ahead and it was a GMP map and it was like the axe shocker, there was throwing axe and they were pretty much all over the place and I got hit like 17 times by those axes. If I had cast when stun and feeble, I wouldn't have dropped that low as low as I did. Like I actually dropped like about like 10% HP. Like, yeah, about 10% HP. Just from like instant damage from just turning the corner. So if I add cast Winston and Enfeeble, like either the first or second hit would have triggered the Enfeeble on the monster far away, and that's the main reason why cast Winston is better than cast when damage taken. Because also if like you can run like cast when damage taken like level one like shock nova or something and uh, curse on it with the curse to have a higher level enfeeble. But the problem with it is you can't curse like off screen with it. With this setup, you can actually get it, and then let's say the monster is like over there. Well, they're gonna get cursed. So that's the main reason why you wanna do it this way. So I don't know if I missed something, but the only part where your gear is gonna get expensive is pretty much your chest. You pretty much want to get a 6 link because Quad Curse is pretty OP. It makes you like it gives you a lot of damage and you can run like Temp Chain on bosses all you want without like your carry losing damage pretty much. That's pretty much it. Right now I'm using a mana pot because it's only for no region maps, but I usually use Ruby with Curse Immune. I don't know where it is. I'll probably use it on another character, but yeah. So that's pretty much the build. So thanks for watching. I'm out.